Welcome to part 2, lecture 3.1, and we're talking about ordered pairs and graphing. So let's look at not just plotting points, but connecting those points, in essence drawing a line. So let's plot 1.3, 4, and 5, -6, and connect those points by drawing a line in between. So let's take the first point, is -3, 4. Starting at 0, it is -3x, so I go to the left 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I move up +4 for the y direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, and place my point. Okay. Now for my second point, it's 5, -6. So it's 5 in the x direction positive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and -6 in the y direction, so I go down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plot a point, break out a ruler, because I'm not very good at drawing lines, and then connect your dots. You want to go through your points because the line doesn't stop at the point. It goes through the point, and then you add an arrow at each end of your line. Let's try another one. This time 2, 5, and -4, 1. So starting at 0, I'm going to move 2 to the right, and then up 5 and place a point. Starting at 0, I'm going to move to the left 4 and down 1, place a point, of course labeling each point, breaking out the ruler, connecting the dots, adding some arrows, and there you have your line. Now let's plot a couple more points and connect the dots to make a line. So I'm going to select, let's say 2, 0 and 2, 3, let's say. Okay. So I have a couple of points. I'm going to plot my points first and then connect them in a line. So starting at 0, 0, I take the x-coordinate first, that's just my habit. I'm going to move over to the right, but I'm not going to move up or down any. I'm going to plot 2, 0 here. Let's take our next ordered pair, which is 2, 3. Again, I go from the origin, move over to the right 2, and then up 3 for 2, 3. I'm going to connect those dots and you'll see something very interesting. Now if I did that right, I'm just going to move that one over just a little bit. That looks better. Connect the dots. And you see I have a vertical line. And if you notice, the x-coordinate for the first point and the x-coordinate for the second point did not change. That means no matter where I go, I'm going to be on a vertical line at 2. The equation for this is x equals 2. Why is it x equal 2? Because I can rewrite it as x plus 0 y's equal 2. And therefore, it doesn't matter what y I put in. I could put in 1, -1, 3, -1,000. It's always going to be x equals 2, meaning a vertical line where x is 2 and x never changes. Likewise, if I have a set of points and we'll say it is, I don't know, I like 2, so we'll do 2, -4 and 4, -4. Okay. Well, let's plot 2, -4. So I move over 2, and then I go down to -4, and that's 2, -4. My next point is 4, 4. I move all the way to the right 4 spots, move down 4 spots, and I have 4, -4. And you'll see something very interesting here as well. I have a horizontal line, which means y equals -4. Again, I can rewrite this as 0x plus y equals -4. So it doesn't matter what I put in for x. It could be any number. Well, 0 times any number is just 0. So y is always going to be -4, so it is a horizontal line. Those are two that you really want to pay attention to. If it is x equals something, then it is a vertical line. If it is y equals something, it is a horizontal line. Now let's work with another geometric problem. I tell you some information, and I might give you just one point of the information. For example, a right triangle A, B, and C has legs of length 5. At point C is at 6, 2, is the ordered pair of 6, 2. Find the coordinates of point A and point B. Well, what do I know? I know the length of the leg is 5. The length of the leg is 5. So if my point C is 6, 2, and I move up 5 to get to B, I only change the y direction, because remember, y handles up and down. And it's in the positive direction, so it's going to be 6 plus 5 more than where I am. And currently I'm at 2, so 5 plus 2 is 7. So point B is 6, 7. Now let's start with C and find where A is. Well, C, and I move left 5 spaces, 5 units. I didn't move up and down any, so my y is going to stay the same. So y is 2, so y doesn't y stays the same. But x does change, because I started at 6 and I moved to the left 5, which is in the negative direction. So 6 minus 5 is 1. So my A coordinate is 1, 2, whereas my B coordinate is 6, 7. Think about what's changing and where you're moving. Either if it's in the x direction, if it's left, it's negative. If it's right, it's positive. If it's in the y direction, if it's up, it's positive. If it's down, it's negative. So that's it for part 2 of this lecture. So until next time, be seeing you.